A revert is a quest for a material, for the understanding of a material that is air, but you know. More than that is perhaps a quest for what is it, you know, what is architecture and how does it stand, how does it relate to human. You know, research about air is just a fragment of a larger need to understand how architecture relates to human in the present days.
Well, as any other material, we try to identify air as not as a very common and physical material predominant in architecture, but actually it is, and we want to bring it to this conversation, to this discussion, how physical it can be and how important it can be for our commodity.
Can you imagine you're a marine biologist, you're a specialist in fish life, and you have no understanding about water. So architecture, air is a fluid actually, and it's like the most important, I could stand now, the most important material architecture has to handle. And just because we don't see it, we don't relate to it in a direct way, we've been sort of, you know, in talking about ourselves. It's not a critic to architecture. It's actually we've been sort of postponing to handle it and to deal with it directly, and we want to get to that as soon as possible.
You know that scientists say that matter it's formed with atoms and molecules and air. That for us is very inspiring. So for us, understanding matter or materiality begins on its constitutionality as source. So air as being form of the matter itself, so far as a physical predominance in architecture, it hasn't been correctly identified as such. So for us, I think it's a very big trigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we've been working with water very much lately, and with trees, and with bees, and you know, we source ourselves directly from basic raw materials, and air is incredibly relevant in terms of not only it's one material that holds everything together. If there's no air, there's no everything, but it's also the main vehicle for everything we see, from energy to sound waves, which is incredibly important. You know, we live in a telecom age. From it's a very important vehicle for climatizing buildings, for for the well-being of ourselves is key to understand it.